Earlier today, I brought myself a McDonald's home for lunch. This is going somewhere, I promise. And as I sat at my desk, I pulled up YouTube to find something to watch while I ate my vegan McPlant. And as I opened up YouTube, something caught my eye. A little video by who I believe is an independent indie YouTube channel called Rockstar Games. The video was titled Red Dead Redemption: An Undead Nightmare Coming to Nintendo Switch and PS4. And at first I thought this was a joke. Imagine if it was coming to Nintendo Switch and just PS4, weirdly. But no, it's real. See, the Red Dead Redemption remaster remake had been rumored for about a month now. Me and Curtis did a little video on it just about a week ago or something now, I think, which is done amazingly, and thank yous for the support on that. But we never expected this. This wasn't even a possibility that was in our heads when we made this video, that it wouldn't be a remaster and it wouldn't be a remake. It's just a kind of straight up port re-release coming to Nintendo Switch and the PS4, which is so strange that there's not a native PS5 version. Of course, the PS5 can play PS4 games and will play this, but the fact that we are now 3 years into the current generation of consoles, and so many games are coming out on the previous generation as well as current generation, but also now Rockstar are releasing what is a huge re-release of one of the biggest and arguably greatest games ever made, isn't even getting like an actual PS5 version. It's just PS4 that you can play on a PS5. It's strange to me. The price tag for it as well has been a source of controversy. It's $50 US and £40 British, which, yeah, you know, it's a bit steep. I mean, the Xbox One and the Series, you can play the original on because of backwards compatibility, and it's significantly cheaper than this. However, all of that aside, I am legitimately looking forward to this. I'm pretty keen to play it. I'm a huge Red Dead 2 fan. I've replayed it about 5 times, just wrapped up another replay recently, and I've been dying to go in on the first game, and this is going to be the way I do it. Like, I am going to pick this up and I am going to play it. It's just slightly strange. A lot of people I've seen on Twitter especially have been pretty mad about this. The last time I checked, the YouTube like to dislike ratio was 16k likes to 16k dislikes, which is crazy. It's a full-on 50-50 split. But like every parent across the world, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And I wouldn't even say majorly disappointed, I'm just slightly disappointed, but it does make a lot of sense. Rockstar are currently working presumably very hard on GTA 6, so naturally they've outsourced this to another developer called Double 11. But the more I've thought about it and the more I've let this news sit with me for the day, I would rather have a straight up port than a potentially buggy and messy remaster like the GTA trilogy was, especially because it's being outsourced to another developer the way that trilogy was. And we all know how that turned out. Plus, it coming to Switch is weirdly exciting. I've seen a few people online question how the Switch is going to handle it, which, if it can run The Witcher 3, I'm sure it can run Red Dead Redemption fine, and it doesn't look like they've done huge amounts of upscaling on this. I think it's going to look better, undeniably. But the PS3 and the Xbox 360 version of Red Dead Redemption is still, to this day, a beautiful looking game. I was looking at screenshots of it earlier, and ones that have come from this new port announcement, and it looks beautiful. It doesn't look like a PS5 game by any stretch of the imagination, but it looks really good. I think it's natural though for people to be disappointed about this. I am too, like I said, but I do think it's really cool that this game that has been locked to its generation for a while now, especially if you're not an Xbox owner, is now on technically current gen consoles, with it being PS5, and I'm assuming the Nintendo Switch 2 will have some form of backwards compatibility. But I think it goes to prove that Rockstar are a company where even when you feel like you've clocked exactly what they're doing and exactly what they're gonna do, you will always be wrong in some way. I don't know, I'm very conflicted on how I feel about this. I'm gonna go in on it one way or another because I was looking to go in on Red Dead Redemption soon anyway. If this wasn't announced, I'd just be going in on it on the Xbox One. But now the option's there to check it out on the PS5, see how good it looks there, if there's any, because I know it says PS4 Pro Enhanced on the PlayStation webpage as well. So that does say that, to me, that there's something going on there, graphically upscaled, looking pretty, looking polished. It's just so weird that if they're doing PS4 Pro Enhanced, do PS5. What are you doing? Put put it on PS5. But I'm also more excited to see how it runs on Switch. That could be extremely interesting, and if there's not too major of a difference, which I don't think there will be, having Red Dead Redemption on my Switch to be able to play on the TV, but also pick up and take it with me on my own little rootin' cowboy adventures, I'll go for it. Of course I'm gonna love that. Overall though, I think people were expecting a Redder Deader Redemption, but we just got Red Dead Redemption. But that's fine. It is heralded as one of the greatest games of all time, and I don't think it not having a big graphical improvement is going to affect that too much. Because as beautiful as Red Dead Redemption 2 looks, Red Dead Redemption, the first one, has its own unique atmosphere and vibe that I don't think could be captured by just, you know, making it look like Red Dead 2. I think so much of that game is intrinsically tied to how it looked at the time. And that's okay. Sometimes things don't have to be modern. Sometimes things don't have to have graphical parity to what we have now. Sometimes things can remain a product of the time they were made in because that's what the artists intended when they made it. And so you're getting the authentic, unique, original experience. And I think that is really important to maintain and often gets forgotten when remasters come out. I don't know, I don't want to seem like I'm just blindly going into bat for a corporation here. That's not what I'm doing. But I don't know, it does make sense to me. It is weird and it doesn't make sense that there's not a PS5 version. But that aside, in terms of it just being a straight up port, I really don't mind it. And I don't think just straight up doing a port is lazy the way that people have said it is. Red Dead Redemption's code was famously so difficult and complex, and a miracle that it ran in the first place. I mean, that's why there was never a PC version of it, and that is a weird disclusion now if they seem to have it running for Switch and modern PlayStation consoles. But I assume with the way Rockstar do stuff that PC version will be coming down the line within 6 months to a year. It also coming out so soon, as of next week, is really exciting. When the leaks happened, a lot of people seem to be thinking October time, and that is when the physical version is coming out. But as for the digital version, it comes out on August 17th, which is super exciting. The price is a little steep, but I don't know, at least they didn't go $60. Maybe a bit of a controversial one today, but I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on this. Make sure you subscribe to the Seoul Dojo if you're new around here. Leave a like on the video, it really helps in the algorithm, which has been absolutely blessing us lately. Make sure you join the Discord if you haven't already. And stick around for more videos. Curtis has got a great one coming up on Starfield soon, or as I like to call it, Garfield. Note to Curtis, please just put a big photo of Garfield on the screen there. He's so cool and I love him. But yeah, thank you so much for checking this out.
Get your point across, get your point across. Get your point across, get your point across.